You know, one thing a lot of people do not know, a lot of white folks are not aware about, and a lot of immigrants tends to ignore so much is the fact that when black people restrict their money from your business, when black Americans say they're no longer patronizing you, when black Americans say they are boycotting you, when black Americans say, you see, instead of giving you that money, they rather put it in the toilet, just know that that business is over. Just so that that business, the ability for it to strive will be very, very difficult. Do you know why? Because black Americans patronize businesses from the depth of their hearts. But anyways, a white man successfully shut down his business after he did days to a black man that has literally been promoting his business. How ironical it is, right? But just cool down, chill up, and let's dive right into this gist so that you guys can literally see the F around and find out moment and how this business went from millions to now nobody, no queue, nothing. Play with black power. Play with black power. But welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video so that you guys can literally see what really happened with your eyes and also listen with your ears, and let me know your honest opinion. Disclaimers: this is just for educational purposes, not to come here ruffle on anyone's shoulder. And credits to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. Let's go watch, guys.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that Mr. Tendernism don't own the restaurant that has gone viral because of the meat falls off of the bone?
Boy, look here, this is tendernism at its best.
And that this man is the owner? So this whole time, we thought Unc was the one who was getting the profits, the benefits, the financial rewards, but yet it's the owner. Unc ain't nothing but the mascot. Unc ain't nothing but the face of the restaurant. Unc got the secret recipe. Now that Keith Lee exposed them in an indirect way, because God works in mysterious ways. Let me tell you what happened in case you missed it for the people in the back. Keith Lee, the famous food reviewer, went to the restaurant to try the food for the first time and to also leave Unc a $4,000 tip. But Mr. Tendernism was busy and security said no. And then after the fact, the owner found out what happened. And then he made a video.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response.
That video looked like a hostage situation.
We thought he was a regular customer, so we treated him like a bag of dog shit.
And that's how all of this came to the light. So now we have learned that Unc ain't nothing but the cook. We at least thought that he was a partner.
I hope and I pray that he's getting compensated handsomely.
How much is Unc making? Did Unc at least get a $25,000 bonus for all the money that has come into this restaurant? So let me explain why people are upset and this story is going viral. It's because this is way too familiar to people like us, where we don't get the credit, but we doing all the work in the back. And so now, effective immediately, this restaurant is canceled. The 15 minutes of fame is over, baby, because now we all know the truth. Who's really banking from this restaurant? And it ain't Mr. Tendernism.
The reason why this whole Destination Smokehouse tendernism situation doesn't surprise me is because it's the same thing that happened with Paula Deen and Dora Charles. So Dora Charles worked with Paula Deen for like 22 years, alongside her, not under her, alongside her as a chef in the kitchen. And Paula Deen promised this woman, if I get rich, I'm taking you with me. If I get to the top, we both get to the top. But in exchange, Paula Deen wanted this woman's recipes, and she gave it to her. Gave Paula Deen all of her recipes, taught her how to cook and everything. Paula Deen ended up writing cookbooks using this woman's recipes. She ended up getting Food Network deals with this woman's recipe. And guess how much this woman made while she was working in Paula Deen's kitchen? $10 an hour. $10 an hour. And then she didn't even sue Paula Deen. Paula Deen got sued, but it wasn't by her. It was by somebody else who sued Paula Deen for hostile work environment and racism, because she heard Paula Deen over talking, saying that she wanted black chefs and black waitresses to cater like a wedding or a party she was having for one of her kids or whatever, and she wanted them to dress like slaves. But it just goes to show that people from that decade, people from that time, they lived differently. They don't question like superiority, especially when it comes to somebody who was white. And tenderism, Unc, aka, he's not the person to question it. Like, I bet you right now he doesn't see anything wrong with the situation. He doesn't see anything wrong with it. He doesn't see that there is a power imbalance. He doesn't understand that, because to him it's not clicking. We see it because we grew up in a different time. We've educated ourselves and we're more self-aware. But people like him and people like Dora Charles, who never sued Paula Deen, who still to this day will say and kind of admit that Paula really didn't do nothing to her. The only reason why she spoke about it is because it came out. They don't see any wrong in what happened. They don't see they were treated wrong. They don't see it, and they probably never will.
All right. So I'm here for a follow-up video, and all I can say is mission accomplished, people. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna get out the car real quick. There's no line. The very first time that I ever came here, it was right around this time. It's Saturday, March 7th. It's about 1:45 right now. And the very first time I came here right around this time. It was on a Saturday. The line was all the way to this dentist place that's like over my shoulder over here. And when I saw that, I just drove right through the parking lot. I'm like, dude, I'm not about to, sit in that line. And here we are, Saturday. Saturday, 1:45. Absolutely no line. This is that dentist place that I was saying that the line came all the way back to. And then the line went all the way over there. So, Destination Smokehouse is now Destination Ghost House. We did it.
Wow, another tenderism video. Boy, do I love these. My favorite part is when Unc comes in and he shakes the meat, it falls off the bone, he throws his glasses and he says, tenderism. Can't wait to see that. Wow, can't wait. Wait, where's Unc? The video's over? Wait, Unc has a GoFundMe? Wait, the GoFundMe says Unc got fired? What? The only reason I know this establishment exists is because of Unc and his viral videos, so y'all fired him. Now my question is the food good enough to survive this kind of controversy? I'll never find out, because I'm not going without Unc, respectfully, but somebody go and report back. For what I can tell, this all started after Keith Lee went to the restaurant to give Unc a $4,000 tip. Now allegedly some of the workers or some of the staff blocked Keith Lee from giving out that blessing, and after that everything went downhill. This is so crazy because Unc became the face of the brand, but he did not own the brand. And when you're the face of the brand but not the owner, you really have little to no leverage when things go left. The owner can wake up one day and decide that you think you're bigger than the program, and that's it. And it seems like the owner fired Unc, and that was that. Whatever, I guess it was his business decision, but it's a business decision that I definitely don't understand. Do y'all not like money? The line was wrapped around the door because of Unc. It seemed like they could have made a lot more money together, and while I don't have all the information from the outside looking in, this looks like a case of the owner's ego getting in the way. And ego is expensive. Well, it looks like Unc has his own page and he's starting over from scratch, so that's where you'll find me.
The only reason anybody even cares about that smokehouse like that is Mr. Tenderism, period. That restaurant was not trending because of the owner. It wasn't popping because of the brand. That blew up because of him. And the owner knows it. That's the problem. You can tell he's bothered by the attention Mr. Tenderism gets. He doesn't like that his employee became the face people associate with the place. He doesn't like that folks are pulling up saying, oh, this where tenderism at? Now all of a sudden he want to be front and center and everybody else. Sir, respectfully, ain't nobody come and see you. Nobody. Keith Lee didn't pull up for the owner. Keith Lee came and see Mr. Tenderism. That's it. That's all. And yeah, Maybe Keith will show love to the fact because that's the kind of person he is, but he was not there to shake hands with the boss. Stop trying to insert yourself into the spotlight. We don't want you in the program like that. We get it. It's your restaurant. You can appreciate the love from a distance because the truth is simple. The owner is jealous of Mr. Tenderism, and that's exactly what the is.
Let y'all know I gotta eat a little bit this morning. Just oxtail. Just a black diamond. I gotta test it. Y'all know I gotta test it.
Wow. Shake that for me, Walt, so people can see it fall off the bone. Wow, that's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Wow, it's peeling again.
Look at that.
Wow. Hey, one more time, my friend. What's that red on that oxtail for everybody?
The smoke.
It's fully cooked though, right? We just have to be clear. People are wondering, is that cooked all the way?
This here, if it wasn't cooked, it wouldn't come off this bone like that.
Ragu.
Now, see, this a bone, meat. You can't have raw meat, it won't come off the bone. But this right here,
wow,
definitely fully cooked. It's finna get fully ate too.
Destination Smokehouse. Yeah, that smoke starting to turn to fire. Yeah, Destination Smokehouse. That smoke starting to turn to fire. Yeah, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and say the quiet part out loud. We found out that it ain't no black people cooking back there. Ain't no aunties, wasn't on the grill. He ain't had a Jesus Walker 5s on. He wasn't telling people stay away from his grill, don't touch his grill. It's actually you back there. No personality. It looked like, honestly, you was using him to shuck and jive, and when Keith Lee came there, they exposed it. Now you done sent the man home, and now you making videos, and you making the most unseasoned content this world has ever seen, and you want us to still love you the same. Listen, by 2030, Keith Lee will be in black homes like Martin Luther King on a grandma's wall, right next to Barack Obama. And you seem to want to address the situation knowing that what Keith Lee says is law. I'm going to just put that out there. Yeah. So now you want Unc to play the back burner while you sit around with all your collegians that work at this warehouse or restaurant, whatever you want to call it. And
this man, Walter Johnson, who I feel really bad for, he just made a video saying, hey, man, I'm no longer with Destination Smokehouse.
I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tenderism now.
And you can see the pain in his face.
It is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. You just take another step.
He says, it is what it is. And I feel sorry for that man. He was so nice to this guy. He sacrificed himself, and we should be angry as about this. Stop going to Destination Smokehouse. That place. Anybody that looks like me, we need to stop going over there. Stop it. I know we love barbecue, but that. We're going to let food get in the way of our integrity. Stop it. All right. So Walter Johnson, the guy from Destination Smokehouse who coined the phrase is it tenderism?
Tenderism.
Right? It's tenderism.
Tenderism.
I think it's tenderism, whatever.
Tenderism.
And he had that white partner. And I made a video saying, I don't trust this dude. I think he's going to take this dude. Walter Johnson really went viral with his, with the barbecue thing, showing that the barbecue falls off the bone, like that. I'm thinking, this old man got a dope business. And then come to find out it's this Armenian dude that was behind it. And all of a sudden he's making all this money. He's getting crowds. And all of a sudden, now I was like, whoa, so he's sort of a mascot to this guy. And then people were criticizing me going, Godfrey, you don't know the relationship. And I was like, what the are you talking about? I know when someone's getting played. I know it. But, and these were black folks telling me this shit. This slave mentality, Negroes. And so I was like, I don't trust it. I think this dude has popped up because now he's making this money. He wants to be the face as if he created this shit. Typical shit when black people invent, just like the black Americans that invented everything in America, white people come and steal their patents and make it look like it's their shit. All right, this is typical, same pattern. And now, guess what? We're going to support this man, Walter Johnson, whatever the he does, we are going to support him. I don't know where he lives particularly, but wherever we're going to support this guy. Whether we got to start a GoFundMe or whatever, we got to support him. Let him get his own truck. Let him get some workers to help him. There's enough of us around the country to help this guy, man. Let's help this guy. I hope wherever he's living, somebody that knows business, we help this dude. All right? Because they f***ed him. I kept saying this. That's our grandfather. That's our uncle. That's family. We got to stop this being used. We got to cut it out. And by the way, you can get f***ed by anybody. It could be a black person, white. It doesn't matter. Let's support this guy. I hope that he really, really understands that, you know, he can do it. We got your back, Walter Johnson. I'm sorry that happened to you. I just knew this motherfucker was full of shit. You understand? And shame on him for what he's done. So Destination Smokehouse. No more black people go there. All right? I know sometimes you be like, oh, the ribs are good. Get your Sambo spirit out of you. Get your Aunt Jemima spirit out of you. All that. All right? This is 2026. This ain't 1926. All right. Can't wait for your comments.
Destination Smokehouse is exactly why I make videos. Tenderism is exactly why I make videos about white people in America. And y'all get mad, y'all fight with me in my comments, but let me explain to you what happened. There's a black man who was so passionate about his product that we thought he owned the place. That's how he showed up to work for somebody else. And culturally, to be black in America is to have an uncle exactly like that. So he gained respect and notoriety. People took flights to go try this man's food. To be black in America and have a black-owned business, you will be supported because the black dollar is so powerful. But guess what, though? Behind the scenes is a white man using him like he's somebody's fucking Bojangles. And I'm pissed about it. I had to calm down before I wrote this because I'm passionate about it. This man's intellectual property was used. To be black in America is to be exploited for something that comes from inside of you. When everybody tries to say we don't have culture, our intellectual property is our culture. Our dance is our culture. Our style of dress is our culture. Y'all take it every day, time and time again, and the story is as old as fucking time. Tenderism is being used not only for barbecue, but for everything. Widespread across America. Not only kept in our culture, and it's not appreciated, it's appropriated. You allowed him to be the face of your brand, make your brand money, and we don't even know where that money is going. All those black people that traveled there to try that food, to put money into that business, was because of that black man, and we don't even know if his life has changed in any capacity or if you are sucking every dollar he can make you out of him. Does he own it? It needs to be known. We had Keith Lee about to give him $4,000, and you sat up next to the black man who led the charge in making your business money to talk about another black man. And that man was the most silent he has been ever on any video. Quiet, no jumps, no throwing hats, no smacking his feet, no smacking his knee, no nothing. Quiet. And something about black people that y'all don't know is we do experience telekinesis, and we can look at our uncle and know sums up. A Caucasian is afoot. The moment y'all decide to stop exploiting us, and I'm so glad what was in the dark came to the light and you were exposed, because I'm sure your bottom line will be done after this. All that money you made, you're going to have to pay it back. See, ancestors don't play about us. You fucked up, as y'all typically do. And when I make these videos about white people, y'all have a problem. Example A. Stop exploiting black people for their God-given intellectual property and sense of culture tied to their creativity. Now what you gonna do?
The owners of Destination Smokehouse tried to trademark tendernism.
Oh no, they're trying to capitalize on it?
Yes.
How you gonna capitalize on his smoky bones?
Well, that's what they are doing. And so there was a lawyer who had already filed the trademark on Mr. Tendernism's behalf. And let me just say his name. His name is Walter Johnson.
Okay, thank you. Say his name.
Yes, his name is Walter Johnson. So this lawyer got a trademark for tendernism and is trying to transfer the name to Mr. Johnson.
Good. People always looking out for us.
Yes, but he does not have access to Mr. Johnson. Every time he tries to go and contact this man, they will not let him through. There is security. What barbecue spots you know got security?
Yeah, but I'm sure they need security for more reasons than none. But look, still.
So that's the thing. So I feel like they're capitalizing on the social media, on the podcast, on the revenue from the restaurant. And if they're not making him an equal partner at this point, he is being exploited.
I'm coming to you as me, just me, not sassy, all the bullshit, just me. And I want you to know everything that happened with Mr. Tenderism and the Destination Barbecue is 100% your fault, social media's fault, and this app's fault. Everything was fine until the black folk found out that he didn't own that barbecue restaurant and he had a white slave master.
As a representative of the black delegation, with all due disrespect, shut up, bitch. Mr. Tenderism is highly favored, and because he's highly favored, his TikTok account is nearly at 400 million followers, and he's barely had the account up. He's cooking for the likes of legendary Ron Isley. He is doing skits with influencers, and he is appearing on talk shows. One of the greatest superpowers that black people possess is love. Love and community. And that has uplifted Mr. Tenderism, and that is why he is flourishing. White people are aware of love and the fact that black people possess it as a superpower. And instead of trying to replicate that energy, you guys attack it and try to destroy it. And that is the reason why Mr. Tenderism is successful and Destination Smokehouse is not having the same amount of customers as it did before. And you actually have the audacity to call yourself a divine truth teller. Well, guess what?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So the white dude who owns Destination Smokehouse has gotten rid of Unc, the original Mr. Tenderism, because it's clear that with all the backlash, from people going like, we don't want to see you on screen, we want to see Unc. The white dude, the owner, was getting more and more screen time. He got jealous of Unc getting so much attention and so much love from social media. And he said, hey, I own this business. I don't want this man to be the face of it. I'm the face. This is my business. Even though Unc gave him the idea for the business. And it looks like Unc probably said, hey, I have brought so much attention and so many customers to your business. Without me, none of this would be possible, which is true. I need a bigger cut. I want to be a partner in this venture. So how do we do this? And white dude went like, that would be fair. That would be fair to you, and it would be the right thing to do, but I don't want to do that. I'm too greedy. I'm going to be the face of this company now. I'm going to get rid of you, and I will become known as Mr. Tenderism. That's what I'm assuming happened, something along those lines. When Unc, as much as I hate to say this, he's an old man. He looks like he's 75, 80, He probably doesn't have too many years left. What this dude should have done is the right thing. Said, hey, I'll make you a partner for the next 5 years, whatever, or give you this much of a cut of every dime that comes through here until you're gone. Because that's just the reality of life, is we only live so long, and, Unc is old. But he should have done the right thing. But greed and jealousy and ego, it is a terrible thing. So destination cancellation seems to be the next step in this whole thing, this whole saga, if you want to call it. Damn. You fucked up, my man.
Hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now.
My name's Nick.
Oh, hey, Nick.
And recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history or what we stand for.
I know we've all been waiting to hear this. Go ahead.
Walter was never asked to leave. Walter was an early source of inspiration for me.
An early source of inspiration sounds very minimal. I wish there was somebody I could ask about the real story about the inspiration.
Walt and I met when we were Destination Coffee Bar, and he came in as someone who wanted to help us turn the place into more of a restaurant. He was just showing us ways we could be creative. So during COVID, we decided to do a barbecue event that was all Walt's idea. It was all Walt's idea, and ended up being successful.
So by early source of inspiration, you mean came up with the whole idea? Got it.
These moments were filled with camaraderie and mutual respect.
I wonder if Unc feels the same way.
It is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad.
You can tell by the way Unc's talking. They're not cool.
Hey, they should have never. But it is what it is, y'all.
Go visit Mr. Tendonism, Unc's new page. Check out his GoFundMe, and he doesn't have to worry about anybody else getting up in his videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, I love you guys.
Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But just, hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now.
So, y'all, I'm up early this morning, and of course, all across my FYP is about Mr. Tenderism. And a lot of y'all know what's going on with Mr. Tenderism. He is doing a thing. But, y'all, I came across a post. Y'all gotta look at these comments. Hold on. Y'all hold on. It's more. Y'all. All them isms, I'm telling y'all. If we stood up like we stood up for Mr. Tenderism, just the things that we can accomplish. Unity is what starts and causes change. That's why they keep us divided. Y'all have a great day and continue with all the isms.
Good morning, my name's Nick, and recently there's been a lot of conversations about Destination Smokehouse that don't fully represent our history or what we stand for. Today, I want to speak directly to our supporters about Walter Johnson and his involvement with Destination Smokehouse. Walter was never asked to leave. The application to register the trademark for tenderism was not filed without his knowledge. Walter was an early source of inspiration for me, and I've always been grateful for that. We've shared so many genuine moments together, talking about barbecue and bonding over the craft that we both love. These moments were filled with camaraderie and mutual respect. Today, I'm proud of Walter for having the courage to go after his own dreams. It takes heart. I respect anyone who chooses to build something of their own, and I wish him nothing but the best. The barbecue community is really small. Guys, we all know each other, and as small business owners, I feel it's our responsibility to support one another and celebrate the craft that brings people together through our food. It's always been about great food and the spirit of the community with barbecue, and that's what Destination Smokehouse will always stand for. We're grateful for the support of our guests and our team and the barbecue community. We will remain focused on moving forward with respect, positivity, and a shared purpose. Thank you, guys. Developed with the help of Chef Morgan, but this guy masterminded the finished product, the flavors, every single thing on these trays right here. That's his brother right here.
We see what you're doing. Is that your replacement?
And then, of course, he's helped me dial in with our team to make sure the flavors of all the meats are good every day.
Oh, he's all of a sudden the mastermind now. I ain't seen him behind that pit not one time, but he's the mastermind all of a sudden.
Now that I just spoke as much as I do, how do you feel about what we've created here, sir?
I feel very proud. We have a taste.
This nigga just hired an immigrant.
This is Destination Smokehouse. You cannot find anything like that anywhere. It's because that we are one in the nation. We don't cop.
We don't what?
One of the greatest things about living in this country was that we were a melting pot and that we all worked together, and each individual culture brought something to make this whole place very special.
Nah, bruh. If it weren't for Unc, we wouldn't be fucking with you, big dog. Stop it.
They just fired Unc from Destination Smokehouse, Segregation Smokehouse, Colonialization Smokehouse. This is not Keith Lee's fault. It is the greedy owner. The same owner who didn't actually originally want to open a barbecue spot. It was originally a coffee shop. The same coffee shop that is now trying to get an actual trademark for the word tendernism. The irony is that all of this even came about because it was Unc's idea. People like Unc. People like watching Unc do things in the video. No one likes seeing you do that dance that you do. It's weird. You should stop doing it. It's making the barbecue burn. I want to see Keith Lee do a video with the actual guy, with Walt. And I'm hoping that you didn't make him sign some kind of piece of paper stating that he can't talk about anything. And even if you did, I hope he breaches it. Because Segregation Smokehouse is a fraud. If Walt's not there, I don't want to go.
People thought the worst part was that Unc wasn't the restaurant owner. It wasn't. The real outrage is that the term tendernism was trademarked by the restaurant owner. What we are witnessing is an old black man being used as a mascot for another man, white man's restaurant. And let's be honest, after seeing all those viral videos of the meat falling off the bone, anybody would want to try it. It was tendernism that made this restaurant explode online. People come to see him. Keith Lee came to see him. The viral fame, the business, the buzz that came from Unc, not the owner. But when Keith tried to leave a $4,000 tip, security stopped him, saying Unc was too busy. What made people even angrier was the owner's response afterward.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done.
The way the owner speaks and Unc's energy just makes the whole thing feel uncomfortable. And ever since then, the owner has been showing up in every tendernism video. Now, the restaurant is getting canceled, with people saying the owner mistreated Unc and he doesn't get paid for all the popularity he's brought to the place. What's your take on all of this?
I want to give a salute, clap, to Keith Lee. Not only does Keith Lee does great things for small businesses, restaurants, and trying to help support and promote them and give them some shine. But it took him to pull that veil back on what was going on with Mr. Tendernism and Destination Smokehouse. Because up until then, a lot of people were still under the impression that Unc with Destination Smokehouse at least had some kind of leverage with Destination Smokehouse, or part ownership, but he didn't. And it took Keith Lee to go there to pull back the veil and the curtain that man was just using Unc, and Unc didn't really realize it until Keith Lee came there and tried to give him $4,000 or $5,000, and they wouldn't allow Keith Lee to give that to Unc. So everything, all the layers started being peeled back then. And now we find out that Unc has indeed, I guess, been fired, because he pretty much said as much without saying it, from Destination Smokehouse. And that man used Unc, whether Unc knew it or not, he was taken advantage of, because Unc was being trustworthy and loyal and showing some gratitude to someone who never had good intentions for him anyway. Because it was Unc that told him to change his shop from a coffee shop to a barbecue shop. And it was Unc that made Destination Smokehouse this nationwide phenomenon. So he used him up, got jealous of Unc, and discarded him. So now Unc on his own, and I hope we continue to support Unc, aka Mr. Tendernism, Walter Johnson, and say to hell with Destination Smokehouse. All praises to the Most High.
I have a theory about what's happening with Destination Smokehouse, Tendernism, Unc, and
one in the nation.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up real quick. One of the most cringy displays of jealousy. So my theory is that not only did this guy copyright the word tendernism, I think that he had Unc sign an NDA. I've been around the restaurant industry most of my life. I've been in a situation where I signed an NDA and an owner went and took credit for my work on TV. The fact that Unc has not spoken about this and only defend this man, and now he just put Unc on a plane, it just screams NDA to me. It screams that Unc cannot talk about it. The other people at the restaurant can't talk about it, because this guy seems like the kind of guy that would make his employees sign an NDA. And the more he gets on videos and tries to defend it, it's like when you're in an argument and you know you're wrong and it's just word vomit coming out of your mouth and you know you should stop talking, but you just don't. That's what's happening right now. So what do you guys think? NDA? Any other theories? It's tough to watch. Love you guys.
I'm really just doing this video today for people to understand more about Destination, who I am, and I just want people to get to know me, you know, not just some guy that they see who's with Walt, but who I really am and what my involvement is with this business.
All right, so look, it's been about, what, 2-3 weeks since I last posted a video about a Destination Smokehouse, and got a lot of comments. I've been, reading through the comments. I ain't been specifically commenting on anything, just been, checking it out. Y'all been getting on my ass about it, so I think it's about time that I, give y'all a little bit more into depth about the video. So first things first, let's see where I start at. I'm gonna start about, just going there. I went there on a Tuesday. Whenever I made it there, was met at the door by the security, black guy. We talked to him, asked him about Walter, if he was there taking pictures and all that stuff or whatever. Told him I wanted a picture with him. He said that the dude, he's not there during the week. He's normally there during the weekend, and he's take pictures with everybody and stuff whenever he's there on the weekend. So he proceeded to bring us in, show us around. I seen somebody in the comments made say something about it was nobody black in the kitchen. Actually, there were both black and white people in the kitchen. Black lady took the order, and there was some in the kitchen as well. So definitely have black people that's working there. Fast forward, the part I know everybody want to know about, get to the food. The food, I don't know. It sucked, to be honest. It was tender. So would they say tenderism, and that's what they promote? It was tender food. They never actually said anything about it being good. I'm from South Louisiana, and we got a different South Louisiana. We cook a whole lot different, a whole lot better, if you ask me. So the food don't compare. I see tons of questions saying that it was burnt. Honestly, besides the looks of it, to be honest, it was not burnt at all. It has zero bit of appealing look to it, but it was not burnt. It just I find taste-wise, it was too much of the rub or whatever they season it with, and so with that, it wasn't good. Actually, and I ordered like $200 worth of shit just because I wanted to try out everything that they had, so I had a lot. I brought food back with me, and the next day I ate it, and it was better than the first day. Again, overall, I'm gonna say it wasn't that good, or if I can't enjoy it at the moment of buying it, I gotta enjoy it days later. Would I suggest anybody go there? Not even based on the Walter situation, just based on the taste of the food. Man, if you're more than 15 minutes away, don't waste your time making a special trip to go and check it out. It's not worth it. I didn't find it to be worth it at all. The best thing that was on that plate was the turkey, and it was real good. But as far as anything else, like even the oxtails, everybody know that oxtails has a very strong, distinctive taste. You couldn't taste you couldn't taste that taste. So it was way too much of a seasoning. It was tender, but it wasn't good. And so that's just my my update to that video. I appreciate seeing everybody comments, whether good or bad. I wasn't expecting anything either way. It's just, hey, speak y'all mind, speak what y'all feel, and let me see it. So yeah, man, y'all keep the comments coming. I got a lot of likes on this, so let me ask y'all, when y'all stop by my page, don't just check this video out. I got a few other videos about different things, whatever. Some that y'all may be interested in, some that y'all might not be interested in. But go check out and like them videos too. All right.
Anyways, thank you so much for watching all of that video. And this is literally what greed will bring down to your business if you tend to be so greedy. Do you get? Now, let it make sense to me that this black man has literally been showing face as the owner of the business. Now, let me break it down for those ones that might literally be rushing down to this place to hear what I have to say. Say story in the comment section. So here we go with this particular black man that knows the strategies to social life, that knows how to drag people to business, that knows how to magnet people to business. And he started as a coffee shop, but here we have another white man coming to like said, okay, why can't we do something like this? And this black man has every single brain behind everything that this same restaurant or whatsoever they call it has literally been flourishing. But in the front of the camera, every single person, every single black Americans thought that this black man is literally the owner of this restaurant. Not until something happened that exposed every single thing. Where this honorable food influencer Ken went to this particular sport because he wants to see the meat fall out of the burn and then eat and then give some good reviews. Have it at the back of your mind that the main reason why he actually went to that place was because of this black American man that has literally been working in front of the camera, because when you go check their adverts, when you go check interviews that he normally attended, when you go check celebrities that normally come there to eat, they are literally doing that only because of this black man, right? They thought he is the owner, so that is the only way they can actually support. Meanwhile, not knowing that this man is he is in the front of the camera, but reality, he is in the back of the kitchen dishing out all his recipe, making sure everything is coming out just for this white man to also gain. Who knows if there are no worse things that have literally happened behind the scene that we do not know? Because according to a lot of Americans, Sonia, can you slow down? According to some Americans, this man must have allowed him sign a certain document that will not even allow him have a lot of freedom to be able to come talk about it, that, oh, this is actually my signature, right? If you hear from the video, and you know the ironic part of it or the sad part of it is that this is not the first person that this has actually happened to. It has also happened to a particular black woman where she have to bring all the recipe to the table and then help this white woman develop her restaurant, where she literally promised her that if the business is successful, she will literally compensate her, or she will literally have a big share. But at the end of the day, this woman was treated badly. Her recipe was taken, written as book without giving any credit to her. But Nemesis actually catch up with her when other things happen. But let's leave that by the side because we're talking about this particular handsome black man. Okay, so this man literally did all of that, went for interviews, did live stream and every single thing just to make sure that people patronize. Like, it got to a point where you need to be seeing a very long queue, like very long queue, just because they want to patronize, they want to eat that special tender meat, they want to make sure they are enjoying every single thing that comes with the steak in the restaurant, right? And here we have this food influencer. That's what they said, 99 days for the thief, 1 day is just for the owner, okay? So when this food influencer saw this online, he told himself, why not I go patronize my black business brother? After all, I do food testing and reviews. I can also go to this particular restaurant, do this food testing and reviews. And then he went to the restaurant, and the moment he got into the restaurant, he got some things, ate, saw a lot of long queue, how people are literally flourishing, patronizing, making everything. So this is where the problem comes from. He had $4,000 that he wanted to actually give to this black man that he has literally seen doing all of the adverts and so on and so forth, just to tell him that, my black brother, you are doing well, you're thriving well, you're doing good. Boom. They did not allow him to give him the $4,000. For crying out loud, how much is $4,000 compared to what this old man, braved man, has literally drawn to your business? How much is $4,000? Now, the security were preventing this guy from not giving him the money. And at the end of the day, the owner heard what happened, right? The moment he heard what happened, the first thing he did was like, okay, maybe he addressed the issue, blah, blah, blah. He sent message, blah, blah, blah. That's his own business. But he didn't even question or do you get this? How the owner of company, if he really, really loved this black man genuinely, that is how he will react that if I am the one, I will remove the $4,000 and give you. Do you get my point? Because we are making a whole lot from this man's sweats. We are making a whole lot from this man's struggle. We are making a whole lot from this man's efforts. If I was to be the one, I'm going to apologize to this man and then take this $4,000 and give you. But he came up to address a particular issue where it's obviously looking like it was just a setup where you literally need to tell the man, come sit here, we're going to be doing a video. And every single thing he said from beginning to the end, the man was not reacting happily. The man was looking sad. Until black people decided, since this has, oh God, English, can you please respect yourself? Since this is what happened, the next thing we're going to be doing is leave this man alone, go get your own shop. He opened a GoFundMe account of about, I think, $20,000, where a lot of people actually contributed. And then this man decided to, he did a video and he said, I am no longer with this person that I'm working with. Meanwhile, the white man did a video that the man was not sacked. But this man was sacked. After all the effort he put, he was sacked. So maybe due to the agreement that they have and he signed, he did not come up and say, oh, I was sacked, but he just said, I'm no longer with this person. So he was literally going to open up his own so that anybody that actually wants to patronize can patronize him. Now, here comes the ironic part of it, where we have to see some white women doing video, right? I really did not want to stitch her videos directly into my videos because there are some things I feel is not even important to me. Like, I don't even want people to like notice her in my video. Here is she doing videos saying that black people that have literally decided that this black man should leave this white guy and go and start up his own business. I hope that these black people will literally patronize this man. I hope you'll be successful. I hope you'll not come crying. I hope you'll not come do this. I hope you'll not come do that. I hope black people will open his own restaurant, not knowing that the restaurant has already been opened. His restaurant have started flourishing because he now realized that this is now the time for me to build. I know all of these tricks. I'm the brain box behind all of this. But look at the peanuts they are giving me. Look at what they are doing to me. Even just common 4,000 is common. I'm saying common because to the restaurants, right? To the restaurant and what they've been able to make from this guy's hustle is common to him. But I can't give. And he started his own successfully to the glory of God and to the shame of the devil. And please, if you're watching this, if you're in the US, please do well to patronize him. If you see his GoFundMe account, please do well to support this black handsome man. Because as it stands now, you can even see from my video that the business of this other white person is about to shut down. We saw him bringing another new chef all the way from Brazil. And honestly, if you go to the comment section is it's so funny that every single person will be like, it's not this particular man. He cannot even be like this particular man. He cannot even act like this particular man. And this is it. And that is what I keep telling people. These are things you will get when black people decide to leave you. When black people decided that we're not going to patronize your business anymore. When black Americans decide that we're going to be keeping our dollar to our pocket. This is what you will get. Because one thing I love about black Americans is if they want to patronize you, they will fully dedicate themselves to you. But the moment you now look down on them, you now made it look like they're not even what it's like. Why are they even coming to patronize you, or east, west, north, and south? They will not show you the real color that they are. And honestly, that is lost and is not my loss, right? So let me know what you think in this particular video. And Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I really do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best, like nothing but the best. But drop me your honest opinion in the comment section, okay? Anyways, thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me. For disclaimers, this is just for educational purposes and credit to the owners of the videos that I stitch, right? Bye for now, guys. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye-bye.